Though, Iowa's left in, and that one's actually going to get picked up by Ravens this time around.
Yeah, they just steal the Wisp from NoPing. I think Ravens is going to ban Lina if NoPing does not pick Lina right now. Lina +1, like Lina SK again. Maybe.
5 seconds left.
I mean, yeah,
I don't think...
I hope they will, because I want to see something more from Art.
SK and...
Are you kidding me?
Okay.
It's Dyer's band now.
And whoa, Chaos Knight. That's a nice response. That's a nice response. I like the 0 against this lane, but I think CK sucks in the game against Sand King. Like, CK just get destroyed in the game. Every time that Sand King just joins the fight with Epicenter and CK just use Phantasm, the fight is over. But on the lane phase is pretty strong. Wisp and CK, it's a really good duo against Lina and Sand King.
It is a hero that also does like push slightly better than a lot, like the Faceless Void, for instance, and is a nice mid-game hero. Yeah, you're 100% on board that this is a safe lane CK, or do you think there might be some shenanigans in like an off lane coming through?
I don't think it's worth placing the 0 on the off lane. Like, okay, I'm off lane CK. I have more Gigian, and now what I will do in the rest of the game? Nothing. Like, you win the lane, you have more Gigian, and you just do nothing on the rest of the game. I think this is a core. If they go ultra greedy, maybe position 4.
Position 4 seek, that could be fun. I want to see RDO do that. God, stupidly. This is like, this would be my 4th game of gossing NoPing, and 4 games in a row he picks Lina.
I mean, it's working. Why would not pick Lina? It's working.
I want to see more.
People have no idea how to deal. Like, he plays like a core. He just stays on the side lane, pressing spells and pushing the lane, and everyone is like, okay, we can deal with this. Like, Lina is always pushing the lane. We can play the game properly, and it's working, guys. Ban Lina, Jesus Christ! You're banning Carl. You respect the Carl. You ban Carl. Just ban Lina, and you force NoPing to play with anything else that is not going to push the side lane every time. And you are going to have a better life, DK.
Yes.
You're going to cast something different.
If the next series I cast NoPing again, and they constantly keep making this, at one point, someone has to ban Lina. That's probably going to take quite some time until I see that happen in the future. Because who bans Lina? I mean, to be fair, that's the same with Coddle. Who bans Coddle? Because there's like no one that plays Coddle except for RDO, of course. So it's such a massive respect ban. It's unreal.
Yeah, I mean, no one plays Arc Warden. And no one bans Arc Warden, actually. And every time, most of the time, actually, that people are playing against Intertus, they ban Arc Warden because FCR played the 0. You need to ban. You need to respect some bans.
Yeah, and then there's always the tiny ban added.
Respect NoPing.
Okay, so there's a CK on the enemy team. What are you thinking for NoPing? You know, what do you always consider the best CK counter?
I think Sven deals really good against CK. There's a Sven open. They banned PL, Medusa, and TB. 3 heroes that deal really good against CK, and 3 heroes that Mandy likes to play. I think maybe we are going to see a Sven. This seems to be, for me, the more solid option. Maybe Gyro. I kind of don't like Gyro against CK. I think when CK just ultis and he pulls Gyro, Gyro just got melted. I think it's going to be a Sven. Maybe Ursa. I like Ursa against CK too.
10 seconds.
they have ways to deal if they lose, and so Ursa just need to focus on the main hero itself.
Yeah, those illusions are gonna have a tough time this game. Look at the amount of AoE stuns that they have.
The game is already sad for CK.
Ooh. I love a good Nyx. God, Nyx Assassin's so hard to deal with as well. Like, the random stuns everywhere. Plus, it counters so many int heroes.
It's a good response for Lena. Like, it seems like they're kind of bored for the last game because Lena just
10 seconds.
pushed the waves all the way down the entire game, and Nyx is going to deal with that.
Radiant's turn to pick.
And we got a Lash.
Okay. Works very well with the IO.
Maybe we are going to see
Offlane?
a mid laner here.
You think it's an offlane Lash with the Nyx Assassin, or think?
No, I think it's mid Lash. It's a
Okay.
mid Lash.
10 seconds.
I think Kunkka is a good option here for NoPing.
5 seconds left.
Kunkka or Ember.
Or
Ember, no.
anti-CK.
They have Nyx. They have Nyx.
Yeah. Right now, you probably need something more single target, because otherwise you're literally throwing. I mean, to be fair, the team fight combos and like NoPing, it's already insane. Like, you're gonna get completely obliterated if you stay close to each other.
It's
How are they
Dyer's
gonna
band
deal
now.
with it? They're gonna go for.
Oh.
I mean,
Kunkka.
that's why you get paid the big bucks. You know exactly the heroes that are most likely going to get picked up. Okay.
Ravens is going to ban 2 carries here. I think they need to ban
10
Sven.
seconds.
I mean, this is a good Sven game. It's good against Nyx. It's
5
good against
seconds
CK. It feels good against Lash.
Radiant's turn to ban.
And then ban Gyro. Gyro +1, in my opinion. I don't know what NoPing should ban. They need to ban an offlane that's going to annoy them. Maybe Tide, because Mars is already banned. Tide and Venom, maybe.
10 seconds
Slaughter?
to go.
I mean, if they pick Slaughter, they are going to get destroyed in the lane. They have Jakiro. Jakiro +1 and the lane's already over.
It's Dyer's band.
They ban
now.
Chamber. It's a nice man.
Okay, let's. Okay, so 0 plus. Well, you're going with Sven for the time, but to be fair, you know they have last pick on NoPing, so they can always adjust accordingly in case they have a tough lane to deal with.
10 seconds.
Looks like a. I mean, NoPing's team fight is stupidly strong. Like, it's actually insanely strong.
It's Radiant's
They
band
have
now.
4 AoE stun ultis. They've got the Drunken Brawler buff from the Kunkka to keep them alive. They've got decent mobility, a ton of magic damage. Only thing that they're currently lacking is a bit of physical.
Razor ban. Yeah, they need something that just press a spell and kill everyone. Seems like this is a Sven game. They just ban Razor. I think they're planning to go Sven. They ban Timber, they ban
Radiant's turn
Razor.
to pick.
Necro. Okay, this changes a little bit in my opinion.
Necro is so... Like, Necro this patch, if you're looking at like a 25-30 minute game, it feels like you can't kill the hero. Like, he just runs around immortal, taking every piece of damage that you have. It's actually pretty insane, the amount of healing that you can pump.
I think this is a good Faceless Void game for NoPing. They have a lot of chrono damage this game. It's good against Necro on the lane. It's good in the game, actually, against CK and Wisp. And they have a lot of ways to just jump on Wisp and make sure he does not save anyone on the chrono. Like, you have Axe, you have Burst Strike on the back line, you have Ice Path if Wisp just try to tether and relocate someone. I think they're going for Void or Sven.
Okay, Void or Sven. No love for the Troll Warlord. I don't see it too often anymore. At the start of this batch, I saw everyone picking it, but now just vanished. I was just thinking Troll with like the Aghanim Scepter, so you can constantly purge the Necro's shield.
It's okay. Templar.
Choose your hero.
I thought about this hero, but I mean, on the game itself, I don't think it's a good Templar game. I know it's good on the lane, but I don't think it deals good against CK, and you have Lash. Lash is a big deal against Templar. I thought that maybe they could pick this hero, but I would like to risk on this Sven and Faceless Void. Even if they have Wisp on the other side. In the last game I just say that Wisp is good against Void, but Templar just surprised me. Really, I wasn't expecting. Jesus, what a hard word to pronounce.
Well, yeah, that was also not really a hero that I kept in mind, which is surprising considering this patch. I see it like constantly in nearly every game. But yeah, you've got that 4-man ganking squad. You're just going to send Melancholy somewhere in the jungle, clear up some stacks and whatnot, and then eventually he'll join the fight. But yeah, currently you're looking at the drafts. One side has a ton of team fight AoE magic damage, and the other side of the game, you've got a ton of regen between the IO, Necro, and even the CK. So it's going to be a bit of a regen versus damage kind of fight. And do you think that the Ravens have a solid chance of taking this with their heroes?
I think they need to win the lanes. If they manage to win the lanes, they can win the game. If CK got too far ahead on the farm, I think it's going to be a problem. And I think CK needs BKB this game. Like, it's more Digium into BKB. It's a hard game. And I think this Necro was not a good pick. There's too much magical damage. Like, he pressed Ghost Shroud, okay, he just died. You have Lina, you have Jakiro, you have Brutal Strike with Epicenter. It's a hard game for Necro. I think Ravens need to deal and play the lane phase better this game in order to proceed to win the game.
Well, funny that you say that. Of course, Raven so far has, against SG as well, they won the laning stage, I think, both games. This game, the game one, they also look really good. The only thing that I honestly constantly see on their lineup is the fact that they're lacking push. But they do have Nengo on the Lesh, which could turn that, like, if they add in push and they can take down buildings quickly, make sure that the TA has no place to farm. I definitely think that Ravens can take game 2.
Yeah, 100%. It's not a, wow, this game is over. It's like, play good and you guys can manage to win. If you guys do correctly this time, you guys manage to press them on the early game like you guys did on the last game.
Game will be on its way. What lane will we be looking most forward to the fights? Where do you think all the action's going to happen? Is it again the sexy fat RDO lane?
We should keep an eye on the mid lane. And I think top, we're going to see a lot of action. On the bottom, maybe sometimes. I think if Ravens manage to screw a lot, you're going to see a lot of action on bottom. But otherwise, it's going to be a lane to just farm and trade farm.
Well, Sand King starting off with Caustic Finale, so he's going to splash all that damage. Fairly annoying to deal with for any melee. And the mid lane matchup, yeah. I mean, Soothe now playing on the Kunkka instead of Nengo. But of course, this matchup, you of course being a mid laner yourself, which side of the coin do you prefer to be, the Kunkka or the Lesh?
I think this matchup is player based too, but I enjoy playing Kunkka on this matchup. But if Kunkka manages to make some mistakes, he can easily be soloed on this lane. You gotta watch out. I need to play Kunkka on this matchup overall.
I mean, this feels like a lot of just annoying fakes with the Split Earth fake and the Torrent fake the entire time between the two.
Yeah. It's a player-based matchup. Who plays better just win this lane.
Well, bottom lane, Melancholy on the TA, not having the most fun against the Necro Nyx Assassin.
Okay, he's going to farm. There's nothing else that he can do bottom. I think that he only dies if he manages to commit so many mistakes. That is not the case, in my opinion.
Denied.
And on the top,
Catch, Burrow, Kara is going to be first blood, and of course it's RDO coming in with that first blood secured. At one point, you know, I'm expecting next series, Rayur, that we're going to get to see a ban of the Lina. Like, it has to be.
yeah, they're going to ban. It's too explicit right now that they like to play in Lina, and they don't hesitate to pick her early. And she can flex too. They can roam the Lina to the mid lane. So I think it's a ban on the next series, 100%.
Well, Dad, top lane, starting to... I mean, to be fair, both safe laners are a bit struggling in their lanes. They're very rough. DK gets a ton of magic damage against him, plus the splash from the Caustic Finale is annoying, and Melancholy just constantly loses his refraction charges in no time. Because Benjas has... I mean, it's a Necro. He has tons of healing from just being Necro.
For just existing.
Yeah, it's a very annoying hero to deal with. If you don't have like super heavy magic damage burst in the early game, it becomes rough to lane against that nasty hero.
I think Mandy needs a stick. I don't know why he doesn't have stick on this lane. Everyone has stick. Negro has stick, Nyx have stick, Duster, but Mandy does not have a stick.
Dad taking some damage, but got the IO to back him up. And it's a CK. That's also always a very big plus. Going for the Midas build, it seems, on the CK this game. In attack speed is pretty favorable for the hero. After his 50th reform.
I think you should aim for Midas if you have a good lane on CK, otherwise the hero is just trash. Like you have a Midas and a Threads and you need to farm like more 10 minutes to be useful in the game. He's losing the lane right now. I don't think Midas is the best option.
Well, currently not too much action happening. Oh, Duster taking a lot of damage. Does have magic wand charges, so we'll be just fine. But I assume once Benjas gets that level 6, they kind of need to leave bottom lane alone. Otherwise, you're just going to die.
No, I don't think so. Templar can just stay on the bottom. She can leave bottom when she wants. You just press Refraction and make sure he just push the wave all the way down, and doesn't matter. Necro can do anything, but he needs a stick to do this, and he doesn't have a stick.
Duster. Oh no, I'm just a little bit too far away. For a possible kill, Nengo gets pushed out of mid by Sooth, who is level 6. Did use his ghost ship, it seems. So that is one big ult usage already thrown out the window. But no kill secured in that mid lane matchup. And top, they're gonna go for Dad, Burrow, level 2, Sandstorm on top, and that will be the CK taken care of. Okara just walking back towards his tower in the process. But yeah, top lane definitely looking rough for Dad. And he picked CK into the Lina Sand King.
This lane is too strong. It's hard to deal. And on the mid, Suits.
Doesn't have a ghost ship.
Too greedy.
Yep, that's a rough one. Haste rune as well for Nengo. So if he wants to gank anywhere, could go for a fight. Top lane, Sexy Fat's gonna get jumped by Dad, but just nowhere near enough damage if he doesn't get a couple of procs. Actually, RDO, a little bit dangerous here, but will be able to get himself back, and that opens it up for Dad. But Nengo did rotate bottom to get the kill onto Duster, even gets a courier snipe. Melancholy forced behind the tower, went for the Falcon Blade as his first item, just like on the TB.
Nice item.
I see a lot of people on the fence about the item. Some people say it's OP, some people say it's absolutely horrible.
It's okay. Like, it's not the best item that you need to do every game for every carry. Like, but when you need to play the lane and win the lane and make sure you have a good sustain on the lane, it's a really good item. And I feel like he does not want to leave the lane until Lash come and make sure he does not play bottom and take the tower. So it's fine. He can just stay bottom until he wants to leave and go farm the ancients or something else.
Well, right now, I mean, Dad is the only one that's really struggling. Mid, Nengo looking pretty good. 2 kills. Benja's bottom lane. He is about to hit level 6. So the Jakiro, if he pretty much gets stunned at one point by Dismar and you get hit by a Death Balls, you just vanish with a Reaper Scythe on top. Luckily enough, it doesn't, of course, add that lengthy death timer anymore, but permanent regen is definitely, you know, infinitely scaling core is always fun to see in Dota.
Yeah. I think they need to start to press stop. They need to make sure they force the CK out of the lane. And I think it's because Lash is level 8 and he has 4 points on Diabolic. And bottom is going to get really pressed right now. Lash wants to go bottom and take the tower. So they need to start moving top and make sure CK just leave the lane also.
Yeah, pretty much just get that lane swap going in. This is a pretty rough situation. Necro, of course, building up some magic armor so that, well, currently for the time being, that's the only damage that they have on NoPing side that is problematic for him to deal with. And Soothes is heading towards that top. So yeah, Dad definitely needs to be careful, but they do have perfect vision of Soothes heading that direction. So he should most likely just TP bottom and take over that lane, farm up the area. Not much more to see. The G gets called, aka we're back into the game. But yeah, honestly, both games so far starting off very slow compared to what we've seen previously on the Ravens gameplay side of things.
Yeah. Really well played by Suits right now. He was stealing the stacks. He forced the Dire to go there and make sure he does not steal the stacks, and he managed to buy time and leave.
Dad looking to go for the Hand of Midas, but also has the Arm the Tog queued up so he can still switch between the two. But yeah, both safe laners really struggling. Melancholy forced out of the lane, but then again, it is a TA. It doesn't really matter that much at that point. They will find Kara, so the IO will be caught out. Dad is just going to use his Phantasm to farm up the creeps. Knows RDO is nearby. You kind of see each other with the wards, but make sure that he does not get jumped in the process. And the tier 1 tower top should slowly drop, while Duster's single-handedly holding on to bottom.
Yeah, I think it's the job that he needs to do. He just buy time. And if they dive him and they dive on the wrong way, they can die. Like, NoPing just respond with a couple TPs and they make sure everyone gets punished. And he's going to get level 6 right now. Ravens need to be careful with this one.
Soothes again, just farming the enemy stacks in the jungle. Making sure that he can always rotate quickly if need be. Benjas does get the first Reaper kill of the game. Those nice Reaper stacks, and the tier 1 tower bottom will drop, but at the same time, so will the tier 1 top. So a nice tower split coming out between the two sides. And it is actually going to be Dad going for the Hand of Midas to see. Or he could still technically flex it because he only has the Gloves of Haste. So I assume he's just going to go for the full Hand of Midas here. Oh, go ship, X mark. But he dodges it with the Phantasm.
The dodge, nice.
Doesn't have that much of a cooldown anymore.
He needs to farm, but I don't agree with this Midas actually. Let's see how it's going to be.
Well, Dismar, he walks... Oh, that was actually pretty neat from Dismar. He walks in under the trees, and the moment that he gets hit by the tower knows, oh, they have a high ground ward, counts it, so that he doesn't have to waste his only sentry in the process. They're just trying to make sure mid doesn't get pushed out, but yeah, you're up against Lesh with level 4 Diabolic Edict. If he wants to, that mid tower can drop quickly.
Yeah, but there's a Conka with a DD. They can't push.
Oh yeah, Sue's, I mean, he's just playing farming games in the enemy jungle. The bottom of the cores so far is Dad and Melancholy still. But it's pretty impressive that Dad's keeping up with Melancholy's farm.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Considering, you know, it's a TA who normally gets like a gazillion stacks from his teammates and 3 shots ancients.
Yeah, they did not sack for her. There's no stacks. It's a pretty okay. She's going to have like 10k net worth really soon. Zero farms a lot on the jungle. But the problem is he's not being able to farm a lane. Like, he can't play in the mid lane because it's dangerous. Top lane 2, it's so much dangerous that he go farm this area. So he's only farming the jungle. That's why he's not so much farming right now.
Dire's middle tower
And it's smoke
is
for NoPing. They want to kill someone with Epicenter and Dagger.
That would be a very nice target, because he is almost done with that Hanamitis. Delayed for a little bit longer would be perfect. Will they be able to get the catch? Because he is walking back. Actually, he's waiting. And Epicenter, Burrow on top. Dad LSA. The stun lock is there. And the magic burst is plentiful. They will nuke him down. Completely taken out of the server for another 25 seconds. And most importantly, his Hanamitis gets delayed even further.
This is big. This is so big for NoPing. And Suits on top.
Relocate play coming in. Missed. Impale though. Soothes with the ghost ship. And he can just walk away. Yep, that's relocate used. Big whiff on that Impale from Dismar.
middle tower is under attack.
Sexy Fat even looking for the Nyx, but oh no, he walks back. Dismar. Run. There's a hunting party.
Wait, they have 2 pick poles on NoPing? What? They have one on Suits and one on Sexfed. They stole one from Ravens?
Radiant structures are fortified.
Oh yeah, it seems so. Piggies, baby. Piggies all over the place. Kara mid dead. Dad. Oh, if he dies again before he even gets it delivered. Ice Path not going to connect. Walks up the high ground, but there's Benjas with the Reaper onto Sexy Fat. Nice turnaround play coming through from Ravens. Also keeping the patience to make sure that Sexy Fat is going to, well, extend far enough to be slaughtered.
Yeah, I don't know why CK was there just fighting. Like, he has a single Midas. Just go farm, bro.
Dire's top
Don't mind
tower is under
fighting by now.
Ventus is already tanky. Like, he's got Hood of Defiant Sanch. That's already, like, rough to kill him. You need to throw a bunch of spells to nuke down the Necro.
Yeah, he's on his power spike, in my opinion. But I don't think on the late game that there's a... They care, actually. He just died on the late game.
Dire's top tower
There's
is
so
under
much magical damage.
Well, looking for a catch. Oh, Melancholy Split Earth finally starts taking damage, but has another refraction charge coming in. Ghost ship in return.
Ooh, the
but the
damage.
relocate gets him out. The TA will be just fine. Actually looking for Dismar, speaking of which, he's in a lot of trouble and he is very dead.
NoPing needs to take this tower.
And Dad doesn't want to fight. I mean, to be fair, he can't. He's going to go for the Echo Saber, which, I mean, considering the amount of, like, random damage and dot damage that NoPing have, Armlet seems to be a fairly dangerous pickup this game.
Yeah, I think Sanj was a good option. Maybe Halberd.
And
Halberd's
just,
okay this game.
oh, he's just dead. Kara could not heal him up enough. BKB from Soothed Shoes. And go. will be able to get away. Kara, X-Mark, LSA, and the IO will be for Gaunt Split Earth in return, going for Soothe, who does not have that BKB anymore. The damage should be enough. Has a Ghost Ship in the second, but can't get it off, and that's a huge turnaround kill. Duster being the next one with the dot rotation, and that is 2 kills in return. Very solid for Ravens, even though, you know, they did lose their tier 1 for it. So currently, when's the like optimal power spike for the Ravens?
I think they need BKB on CK. Like, when CK got his BKB, he's going to be able to fight properly. And Bloodstone on Angle Flow.
Oh, Melancholy.
Oh, the middle way.
That's a great melt
the
dodge.
damage?
Yeah, Ghost Ship. LSA in return. Kara needs to be careful. Gets burrowed on the side. In the middle of his tether. Perfect timing from Sexy Fat, and they'll walk away. But that was really nice. He melt dodged the CK stun. And yeah, that's a little bit of a problem not dropping any Invis detection immediately.
Yeah, I don't know why CK is joining these fights like that. Just go farm. Like, play with Wisp. And if a fight is good enough, we just relocate in and you guys just fight. He needs to hit creeps by now. But he needs BKB to play the game. You need Bloodstone on the Lash. And I think Necro is just strong by himself. He just needs the team to be ready and fight with him. On the other hand, you got NoPing that he's just farming. It's what they want, to farm the entire game until Templar have like 3 or 4 items and they just start to go Russian and steamroll over them.
Yeah, it's a little bit scary considering Melancholy is now 2nd in net worth. I mean, to be fair, Dodd's not that far behind, but one piece of his equipment is a Hand of Midas, which is 2k gold that you spend for 40 attack speed. Pretty much. That's the one big down. It's like, you know, if your team gets too many blinks, you spend a lot of money on stuff that doesn't really give you stats to survive a fight.
I think on the past, CK really needed this Midas because on the river, the fight.
Oh, big epi from Sexy Fat. Nango in trouble. And the Ghost Ship on top.
Okay, this is Russian.
Oh, no.
Oh, they reload.
That's so
What?
dangerous. Kara, can he get
my
the
God.
reload back? No, he cannot. Oh, Dad needs to run. Oh, actually, they're just going to go Roche. That's probably the better choice than chase the CK.
Yeah. Why did he reload? It's strange. The fight was already over. The epicenter just killed everyone. Yeah, this was the fight NoPing was looking for. Rush into almost a team wipe. 3k net worth lead. Rush for the Templar. They are going to grab the Aegis. Just press the map. And CK does have much ready to go. He's going hard. CK just bought the Vitality Booster. That's unusual, I think.
It is such a... It's such a good offlane duo. Even though they pretty much play one hero combo. RDO on the Lina and Sexy Fat on the CK. It just makes the team fight so rough for anyone that they face so far. And yeah, Susan Melancholy just doing exactly like Melancholy just needs to farm. He gets at one point stupidly strong and doesn't care about anyone else on the enemy team, and it's a perfect game plan.
Oh, he knows about the smoke.
And the tier 1 still standing in mid as well, so that's a bit of a rough one. They can't just easily cross all over the map using that smoke. Duster's position is interesting. Yeah, they just get a counter ward going, spot out Duster, get a freebie. Reaper kill for Benjas. Well, he's on to 3 Reaper scythes. starting to stack up.
They smoke in front of the tower? What?
Double damage.
And Siki just broke the smoke? Okay.
Interesting move. Suze has a Shadow Blade also done.
Step lively now.
Walking in, looking for Nango flow. Baiba comes out. Nice two-man whip. And Nango, he's in trouble. Does pop his Bloodstone to try and heal up. Kara behind it. And the relocate save comes in on the side. They will find Dismar. But that is going to be Kara most likely quickly taken care of. Nonetheless, he did what he had to. And that is save the Lesh. Benjas on the side. Epicenter on top. They have the damage to burst him down is the question. It's taking quite some time. It's gonna take quite a lot more.
Yeah. Kind Sanjin hold, and they still have Embrace. That gives plus 10% of magical resistance.
That's actually top net worth. Or competing for top net worth. He's farming really well this game.
Who?
Dad on the CK.
I mean, doesn't matter, like,
Bounty.
he pressed Phantasm on the fight and they loses instantly die. So
I mean, if
he needs to be like,
if he gets like his heart, which he's almost done with, it's gonna take quite a bit of effort to burst him.
I don't think it's such a big deal. He dies really fast. They losers die really fast with the heart when you have.
Oh yeah, no, the illusions are
under
just
the-
gonna be melted, but just the
Yeah,
hero
the
itself.
illusions are the problem. The hero sucks. he doesn't have illusions.
Ooh, but Soothes though, BKB popped. Can he get away? Yes, he can. Backup comes in, and we have a pause. But that was so close. He almost gets taken down. Has an Essence Ring plus the BKB. Just barely staying alive in the process. Would have been a very good kill here for the Ravens. Even though the net worth, like, it's not that big of a difference. The only big downside is, of course, that look at Ardio's farm comparatively to Dismar, of course. You know, a Nyx Assassin doesn't really farm at all. Like, horrible farming mechanics, but Ardio just playing that fourth core in the team.
Yeah, he knows how to be really greedy and get the best out of it. Every game he has a lot of farm. That's unusual for position 4.
I mean, that's a safe laner who still thinks he's semi-safe.
Yeah. He still plays and think like a safe player. And a lot of pause going on.
Seems to be some issues, but to be fair, it is South America. They tend to be... Normally it's at the start of the game where you're going to have that, you know, initial minute-long reconnect game when having slight ping issues. We are playing on Argentinian servers because, of course, one team is Brazilian and the other is Peruvian. So there could be some slight issues, but normally it doesn't take too long.
NoPing have 1 minute and a half left on the Aegis. I think they need to run top and try to take this top tower and mid tower. I think they're going to run from middle tower, maybe.
Melancholy just finished his BKB. He's got a bottled DD ready to go, so definitely looking like a solid time to take a fight. Oh, the courier! It has the Heaven's Halberd. Doesn't get away. 2 hits. Oh, getting... Oh, sexy. Fat. Just barely knocks it dead, and that would have been a huge pickup for Benjas. They want to take a fight.
Dyer's middle tower is falling.
They need to go top now. I think CK is ready to fight. They should try to fight. He has heart. I mean, it's not that scary, but for NoPing, obviously. But I think Ravens need to do something about it because they are starting to lose a game in net worth.
Ardio bottom. There is Kara and Dad. TPs could come through. He's got, of course, the Yules to try and set something up, but needs to be careful because Dismar's also lurking about. And they're just gonna go for the split push game, top tier 2 versus bottom tier 2. Yeah, the CK illusions have like heart, so survive a bit longer than one combo from the Lina.
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
Is there a point in the game where the CK just becomes really powerful?
I think it's on this stage right now.
Oh, speaking of the CK, relocate gets him out. Epicenter has been used. They find Dismar on the side. That should be both supports at the very least taken care of.
On the mid game, you expect CK to be like super strong and just press Phantasm and kill everyone. And on the late game, he just melt a core and he just pulls. But that's not the case because it's not a good CK game, in my opinion. Like, when you're playing CK against Sand King, it's ultra sad, man. I just played this matchup a couple days ago, and every time that I just press my ulti, my illusions just instantly die. So, it doesn't matter. You see that what they did with the hero here alone. He was melting in the front of the team.
Well, that is
Even with
without
the
any distraction.
But on the fight, they can just focus on CK, and he just died. It's not a big deal. They can kill CK, and I think they know that. They know if they focus CK, he will die on the fight.
Actually going Manta style. Okay. Interesting choice. Of course, it works pretty well with his reality rift. He just baits him out with his phantasm, then they blow up his phantasm, and then he gets the illusions going. But still no BKB. Actually, I love Melancholy's choice. He's going for the Ags. Pops the BKB before he gets stunned up and turns it around. Dismar just gets nuked. And the rest of the team needs to run away. Nengo in the trees. Will be spotted. Will be burning. Ghost ship onto Dad. Holds him in place. Still very tanky. But Sexy Fat on the high ground just waiting for any shenanigans to come out. Duster's actually going to get bursted down. Dad drags Sexy Fat to the low ground. Ben just doesn't get in range for Reaper side, but Sooth needs to get the TP out, and he won't be able to escape. Reaper on top. Oh my lord, this is a very solid turnaround from Ravens. I mean, that does do a lot of damage if he gets on top of you.
They had no epicenter on Sand King. That's why this fight was bad, in my opinion. And Mandy had to press his BKB really soon because the team was not covering him when he was at the tower. I think it was a great move by Mandy. But he managed to live, so it's okay. And CK, it's going... Yeah, he's still going Manta. I don't think it's the best option, in my opinion. He should go for Scotty first or Assault 2. And Mandy have eggs.
I love the Ag. I mean, personally, I'm a big fan. I know that it's not for everyone, but I just love the fact that you can be everywhere on the map and constantly split push. It is against an IO lineup, so it's like not perfect, but still love it.
Yeah, it's good, but I don't know. As a temporal player, I really don't like this item to carry the game. I think you go this item when you're just destroying the game, like. You have Dazzle, Dagger, and you go eggs like 16 or 7 minutes. And you're just everywhere on the map. Then you kill everyone. I don't like in this situation, but I respect the decision.
Epulze again, BKB used. It's on the 6-second cooldown at the moment. We can use it whenever. Nango needs to be careful. They have vision. They have full vision. Oh. The
epicenter,
Ice Bath,
veil, the combo.
Perfect! Benjus is gone, but Duster in return does get nuked. But yeah, that was some damage right there. They line up perfectly for the stun lock.
And Mandy pushing bottom.
That's the one very big plus of the... Oh, they don't have the detect. He was just out of range. Just out of range of that sentry ward. Because that could have been pretty big if they got the catch-up. Well, he probably would be forced to just pop the BKB and TP towards Roche, where he's just going to get himself an Aegis Plus shard. Add the shard on top of his already annoying Aghanim Scepter, and you're constantly going to get the split push against. IO lineups, of course, can deal with it, but it's not fun.
Yeah. It's not fun at all. I think Ravens should be trying to just go forward. They just took a fight, and they should try to keep going forward and force the fights. I think they gain a little bit of confidence on the last fight. And I don't think Templar can do that much of damage right now because she has Axe.
Actually, a curious question. This new Bloodstone, what are your thoughts about it? The changes?
It's a new satanic for intelligence cores like Flash, Storm, maybe only maybe OD. I really like it on Lash. I mean, it's a satanic, 100%.
Except for the purge.
But I think it's a item that it's insanely broken in the late game. You just press this and go full mana and full health. On the mid game, it's okay. It helps. But on the late game, the more late game the game goes, the more broken the item is, in my opinion.
Okay. Yeah, it's like Bloodstone previously I saw it being built up by a lot more heroes than right now.
Oh,
Melancholy?
Did he get the kill?
They don't really have any lock afterwards. He pops the BKB, is going to turn his attention towards Dismar. Ghost Ship comes in as well. IO relocates him back. Epicenter completely wasted. And oh no, this is problematic. Sexy Fat needs to run away, but he has surrounded his team, already abandoned the fight, and pretty much is in a position where he can one-shot anyone he sees.
Yeah, I think NoPing has a problem right now. They're not focusing heroes on the fights. Mandy is always forcing his BKB soon before the fights just pop. And they're not casting spells on the same time.
That was a complete whiff from Sexy Fat on the Epi. Like, he tries to Epi the next assassin, which is nice, but you probably need to focus one important thing. You've mentioned it many a times, the CK illusions. If they stay alive, they are deadly. But Melancholy, you know, he's just doing his split push shenanigans the entire time. Makes it really rough to push any of the lanes out. Seems Rayur has some internet issues again. Hopefully he'll be back momentarily. Meantime, I'll be taking over for both spots. Who's in mid, has a BKB. Reaper Scythe gets used a bit preemptively. Pops the BKB afterwards. Ghost Ship is actually not being used. Throws the Torrent out instead. And Suze is just slowly going to tickle down. The Nengo flows Diabolic Edict. No Reaper kill, but still 80 seconds. No Kunkka, no buyback. They've got the Aegis still on them. But yeah, that is a very dangerous fight that right now you kind of need to constantly keep split pushing because the Lesh is very solid at pushing high ground.
My internet just died again.
Yep, I already noticed it.
I'm sorry.
It happens. Suze did just get caught out though, and is dead for 50.
Okay.
No buyback.
Okay, DCK is ultra strong right now. He has a Scotty.
He has 5k HP. 5k!
Now it's a problem. And he has Cloak of Flames.
Oh yeah, nice magic resistance. A little bit of armor, bit of burn. But,
bottom?
Melancholy forced to pop his BKB. And we'll just try and run away. Ooh, Dad wants to get on top of him. He's got the level 20 talent of Reality Rift, pierces spell immunity. Oh, you always have to be careful right now, because a bunch of CK illusions on top of you can always happen. This game is getting fairly interesting.
Yeah, after NoPing just took the Russian, I don't think they did so much on the map. They did not control the map. They feed some kills. I think the game is starting to be a little bit of difficult for them because they did not use the Aegis properly, in my opinion, and they gave Ravens too much kills on the map.
The net worth advantage is now gone. They've got Dad, who is a very big threat in the game. He's going for the Blink Dagger. He just really wants to blow up the... I mean, we've seen many a times Duster just vanishing immediately the moment that the CK Dad gets on top of him. They're very scary.
Oh, they know
game.
where Mandy is.
Oh.
They're gonna kill Mandy?
Can they stun lock him? The stun, 2 seconds, gets a ton of damage. And Melancholy, oh, the ice bath, DP, go! He gets away. Dismar gets blown up in return. But in comes Nengo. Grab the Sand King, and that's going to be the Reaper Scythe. But I cannot believe that Melancholy gets out there. That is insane.
Yeah. Oh my god. No sentry, no dust, no gem. I think it's a good time for a gem. Like
they had a gem.
shard.
They had a gem on the Nyx Assassin, but the ice bath, like they were all stunned.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Oh,
They wanna
walking.
fight.
Dad, he's got 5k.
Oh,
Oh,
the
what
damage.
the? What?
Hello?
5k HP, 2 shots, sure.
Yeah, like that.
What? Kara now out,
Oh.
and Benja. He has 5k HP. How does he get 2 shot?
Yeah, no. It was double meld with Desolator with Assault. Like, he had like 0 physical resistance. This explains.
But still.
Yeah, it
Jeez.
has it's 0 physical resistance against Daedalus, bro. They have the Daedalus, and so they took pure damage. Oh my god.
That was really sad to see.
Yeah.
And
No,
just
it
like
was
that.
kind of it was satisfying.
I mean, it
actually.
was satisfying, but it's really sad for Ravens. You got like
Yeah,
the
it's sad
CK.
for Ravens, but
I'm a
satisfying
raid
for
boss. No one can touch me, and then they just got like stupid level crits, and they blow you up in 2 shots. Cool. That's also a way to lose.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen. Dire's middle barracks.
Now, yeah, that's a full set of racks secured. Top lane's being pushed in as well. They probably, they can get, I mean, probably not the full racks because CK is almost alive and you gotta be very careful.
Dire's
I think they can fight. They're ready. They have epicenter. They have everything. They have how to save Templar if they want. No, they are choosing not to fight. It's okay.
Roche might be up in 5 seconds. That is pretty big. Third Roche of the game. Free Ags or free Refresher. It's a 40-second Roche respawn timer. So, yeah, that next Roche is what both these teams should be eyeing up right now.
I have a trap on the Russian, so I think it's fine for NoPing.
God, I still can't believe he just got 2 shot. I was like, they need to spend so much time killing off this CK and then just gone. Oh, that's also away. And yeah, Melancholy constantly keeps that split push going. Bottom lane, the forces one of the
Radiant are
Dire heroes back every single time.
And look at Gismar. He's going to fight? No, he doesn't have a sentry.
Has the gem actually currently?
The rush is up.
Oh,
NoPing doesn't know.
Refresher shard. Pretty reasonable. Ags would have been a lot nicer.
So many crits. Oh my god.
I mean, do you just give the refresher to CK or do you give it to like double Reaper Necro? CK doesn't have a BKB, that's why I'm.
I don't think they have a good hero on the Dire that will benefit so much from the refresher. I think maybe on Necro it's the best option. Double Reaper side, maybe.
Double
I
Halberd.
don't like this. Yeah, I don't like this refresher on CK, but I think it's the. Maybe he wants to have 2 Phantasm on the fight. Like, He used the UT, he dies with the Aegis, then he uses Refresher, and he has UT again. Maybe that's the plan.
Yeah, of course, if they blow up, you know, his illusions immediately and he just summons new illusions, that could be pretty problematic. But yeah, he's going to go for the overwhelming blink into the AC. I would have so loved to see them get a free Ags there and just give it to the CK and let him go ham. I love that Aghanim Scepter on the CK, even though it's would probably go to a Lesh, most likely. Maybe even the Nyx Assassin, because Nyx Assassin Ag is really good for team.
Yeah, he has Ags already.
No. Oh no, no, I was thinking like if they got Ags from Roche, who they would give it to.
Ags for CK seems pretty decent this game, in my opinion. And CK and Nyx. Nyx is a good target for the Ags too. Like, it's insanely strong on fights, like you said.
So right now, there's only a 3k net with lead, but they do have, of course, the split push annoyance and the racks taken down. What is the percentage you're going to give the Ravens on winning this?
Maybe 50%. I don't know. I mean, they have Aegis, they have Refresher. They only, in my opinion, they only need to manage to have a good beginning of the fight, like CK jumping on the back line or someone making sure Sand King doesn't cast Epicenter. I think they can win this game. But on the other side, Mandy just splitting, pushing, and buy a lot of time. And taking Rex.
Fun stuff. Melancholy, he's also level 26, so he's got the extra refraction charges, which is also pretty nuts. This game, I mean, if Lesh gets on top of him, you can pretty much get rid of them, but the problem is getting Lesh on top of him without dying in 2 shots. Maybe if the Lesh gets like Ags later on, Nihilism is pretty cool. Oh, top though. It looks like they're gonna go in. Epicenter burrow, Melancholy from behind, and Nango is back to full HP thanks to the cheese, the good old Gouda. RDO quickly blows up Dismark, as you know, why not? You've got the Aghanim Scepter anyway on the Lina, because you have more farm than Sexy Fat on RDO right now, and he's catching up to Benjaz. Why is RDO always this farmed? I didn't even see him for quite a long time, and he's just massive. Duster, in the meantime, got bottom lane. Why was he there?
I think they're just making Ravens to be lost on the map. Everyone is in everywhere on this map. Like, lane is splitting push top. You have Templar just playing bottom and top every time. I think it's okay. Duster was just buying time and pressing the side lanes.
They're hunting for kills. In the meantime, towards mid, Suze gets spotted by Dad, but pops a Silver Edge, and now he's gone. BKB usage coming through. They still, of course, have that Aegis and Refresher Shard for that matter on Dad. Still risky.
They're just making sure Ravens don't leave the base so they can't use the Aegis. This is kind of sad for Ravens, the way NoPing is playing right now. Really smart, in my opinion. On bottom.
Melancholy. No way to interrupt the TP.
DKBTP XD.
Yeah, you're kind of gonna need to get like Basher or something on the CK, but that's not an item he's looking to build at all. So they don't have a way of interrupting any BKB TP attempts, which is rough considering he did go for, of course, that Aghanim Scepter, so he will always be able to get the BKB TP out. So bottom though, Duster, I mean, he's constantly being caught out. The life of a 5.
It's okay. He's buying spot. He's buying time. He's getting space. RDO is farming.
He's almost got E-Blade.
I think he do a lot of damage.
And keep someone alive as well against the CK. He responds fast enough. I mean, the downside is, of course, you are also against Lesh.
Clear sailing now.
He has Timeless Relic, he has Kaya, he has Eggs, Spell Amplification, the talent from the Laguna Blade.
There's 1,000 damage, over 1,000 damage with Laguna. 1,035. That's a big off, big ouch. 25 talent. Oh my god, that's gonna be nuts. Laguna Blade every 25 seconds.
Yeah.
Haste.
Aegis is going to be over soon.
Too much gained with it. Not that the advantage is that massive for NoPing. They're only 7k ahead, which most of it is just RDO being farmed. That's literally the gold advantage difference between the two teams right now.
Smoke, where do you wanna go? They're baiting Duster again.
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
Yeah, there's a gang squad coming in, smoked up. Dismar will break the smoke, but it's gonna cost him his gem. He just bought it as well. His nice little shiny pearl will be gone. They're going in onto Dad. Ghost ship on top. His illusions are already dead. Has that refresher that he can use. And is actually trying to run away. The Laguna Blade blows up Kara. They're running out of supports. Nango bursting down, looking to take RDO down, but RDO dodges everything with the Yule Scepter. Nango finally has the damage. Look at that. In return, coming Melancholy. And Ben just now needs to disengage. Buybacks on both sides, but 2 for NoPing's used versus the 1 on the IO. It is going to be Benja's taken down momentarily on that. He has a Reaper Scythe. He could have killed Soothes if he just cancelled his
being.
Yeah, but he should have just cancelled it. He could have killed Soothes there. You're up against Akunka as well. Of course, you're not going to get the TP off.
He was dead already. I agree with you. He could just use the spell. And okay, just die. I will die, but you come with me.
That would have been a not so bad trade.
Two buybacks from NoPing.
Dad's going for Bloodthorn. That's actually pretty cool. Because, of course, the Mage Slayer is now in the Bloodthorn. Which is been fairly solid to have on that side. Duster tries to go for some counterward shenanigans. An easy pickup, but Kara, that's a dieback on to the IO. They need to buy back if they want to continue the fight here. Dad pops his BKB. Melancholy has been very scary before. Phantasm used. In comes the Ags from Soothes in return. The stun onto Dad. Does have a buyback if he dies. And this is a fairly unfortunate moment to have a pause.
Okay, CK is dead, 100%. He needs to buyback. Lash has buyback. I don't think Necro can do much here to help. But they need to use 2 buybacks if they don't want to lose the game right now, because there's a trap top, and probably TA is going to TP top and take top, and they'll take bottom afterwards.
He almost got back because he got knocked on the enemy high ground, but does get taken down. They're going to lose Nick's assassin as well. Buyback from Dad. They're walking up the high ground. It's a bit scary because 3 buybacks were used. Reaper Scythe on Soothes. This time it gets used, but does he get away? No, he does not. Taken down. Melancholy BKB, and of course he's going to TP back to safety. But that's a couple of nasty buybacks forced out because the Lesh also a couple of... It looks problematic here for the side of Ravens. Epicenter, Burrow onto Benjas because Melancholy is back and the Necro needs help right here, right now. 3 seconds for his Aeon Disc to keep him alive. Oh, baby! The save! Oh!
RDO just saved Necro. Use Euse on him.
Ooh. That is... well, you can't always play a perfect game.
Yeah, I mean, he used the Euse on Necro, and the Eon just come off cooldown on the Euse, and he managed to live.
Yeah, he should have... You know, RDO, you should have been well aware that it was only a couple of seconds for that aim disc to pop. The man should know his timings. Shame. So 30 seconds until the next Roche. Ravens have to fight for it. There's like no other chance. And they're gonna. They smoke up. Double smoke used. And this is gonna get sketchy because NoPing don't have buybacks on every one of their heroes either. They actually have 3 buyback cooldowns. Melancholy. Again, Impale missing, but uses himself to dodge the Laguna. Will take a lot of damage immediately afterwards as well. Sexy
Good
Fat.
fight for NoPing.
Sexy Fat, that's a dieback. Sandking taken care of, but the ghost ship coming in. In return, Zeus pops his BKB. He's trying to go for Kara. Pops everything he has in his arsenal. Benja's being held in place. Dragged back, lifted up. And the Necrophos, can he stay alive? He is gonna get nuked down because, of course, he is level 26 on that nasty Lina. And RDO comes in with the Laguna Blade. Roshan should be in their favor, and that should most likely be the game.
Yeah. Really strange decision for Havens to fight under the vision. Like, they knew NoPing had the vision there. NoPing just awarded them before the fight, and they still choose to pick the fight. I think this counts a lot. They're just fighting over enemy vision. They don't know where they are. And they just lose the fight. I think now it's just a matter of time. They're going to make sure Ravens don't leave the base. And go for slow siege with Jack Hero and Templar.
Eldad did buy out the full Bloodthorn. Is a fun item. With, of course, magic reduction in the fight against NoPing. But yeah, it's... Dismar's been missing a lot of impales this game. Like, he's been having a rough time on the Nyx Assassin.
Yeah, I think he should have more items. If he had an Eggs, this game would be different, in my opinion.
Melancholy, not gonna get stunned. Always weird how some mechanics work. But yeah, 25k net with advantage, and it looks like NoPing should be able to secure this in 2. However, there's always the threat. They're just waiting for Sexy Fat to get back up. You need that epicenter for the CK illusions. The push shenanigans. Melancholy gonna get used up, but not the perfect timing against the X mark. He'll be able to get back on the low ground. It's almost level 30 as well on that TA, and then you get the melded bash, which, I mean, it's not as OP as it used to be, but it's still fairly annoying. Ismar. Stun upon stun. They have a cheese onto the Kunkka as well. Trying to force a fight. The Splinter Earth Shard is really so good for high ground defense, though.
Yeah, it buys a lot of time. But I think they just need to keep doing what they're doing, like just X the Templar and slow siege. You don't need to hurry the game.
Melancholy is gonna turn around, and RDO with the refresher, double Laguna, blows up Nengo Flow, and right now they're just looking to finish it up. Ghost ship coming in with the Torn Storm, looking to take down the IO. Kara on the side, Cheese gets eaten by Zeus. This taking
There's no damage from CK!
Yeah, he's really lacking. The BKB is a very big problem. Benja's is gonna get surrounded by enemies, and slowly but surely it should be the finisher, considering Melancholy still is very rough to deal with. They find themselves Megas. Not the end of the game just yet. Melancholy does need to be a bit careful because he does not have an Aegis or anything. Jump in, but a great Ice Path. Dad's going to be surrounded, dragged out of his base. And the E-Blade, Laguna Blade, incoming from RDO, the man, the myth, the king of NoPing. Will be able to turn this game in their favor, and indeed that is going to be in NoPing securing the series 2-0. Rayur, very messy and incredibly entertaining team fights, but in the end, NoPing just edges it out against Ravens. Though I must say, in this series, I have seen both games that Ravens had a solid chance to win.
Yeah, I think it's the second game that we see Ravens could not manage to play the game the way they're supposed to play. Like, just go aggro, just don't hesitate too much, try to have a good use on the Aegis. Have a little more confidence, you know. I think they missed